when the Supreme Court approved the carbon tax nationwide, overnight they became climate scientists, which they don't have any qualifications for, but they justified it on the basis that it would be applied all across the country. It was never applied evenly, we know. But now that our friend Mr. Trudeau has taken it off of heating oil for one area, it's not applied across the whole country anymore. So to me, their decision no longer has a sound basis in law. Is it going to be challenged to get it reversed so that every province treats it the way they feel, the same as selected ones are being able to do now?
I agree, and we have asked the legal team that helped us win the C69 challenge, we've asked them to look at whether or not we would be able to re-challenge that on that basis. I mean, if you're going to make an argument, the reason it's federal jurisdiction is so it applies to every Canadian equally, no matter the region, no matter the fuel, then that's one argument. But if you're going to pick winners and losers and pick favorites based on who votes for you, then you've blown up the entire basis of your argument. So, yes, we've consulted our lawyers, and we'll see what feedback we get from them.
Roddy P. has texted in on the chat line. Thank you for the affordability subsidy. Every dime went to groceries. My tiny home power bill is almost $300 a month and rising. We live in the county. Where does the 4 times increase come from?
Well, I have to tell you, I've been watching this since the early phase out of coal began, and it's created the instability in the system. When we had coal, we were able to have long-term price guarantees of 3 to 4 cents a kilowatt hour. By taking that off, everything else is more expensive. So natural gas is more expensive. The intermittency that you get from solar and wind, when it works, it brings prices down. When it doesn't, it ends up having to bring on more expensive natural gas to be able to fill the gap. And so we need to make sure that we're bringing on more base load. I was just speaking with a generator in the last week, and they said with the 3 more projects that are coming on stream, I think it's 2,700 megawatts in total of natural gas that is coming on by mid next year. That should see our prices come down 40 to 50%. But we need to make sure that we continue growing our natural gas base load as our province has an increase in demand. So I know it's been frustrating. I've been frustrated too. It's why we put the pause on wind and solar so we could figure out a new market design where all of these things are going to be addressed for the long term. And we'll have that answer before the end of February.